Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Professor Bosle VB, lecturer in Electrical Engineering, KBP Polytechnic Satara. Today, I am giving lecture on Introduction to SCR. This topic is included in subject Fundamental of Power Electronics, having course code of 22326, and after learning this course, the course outcome will be maintain performance of thyristor. The main device of the thyristor is SCR, means silicon controlled rectifier. This silicon controlled rectifier comes into the power electronics. First we understand what is mean by power electronics. Actually, power electronics consists of three terms, namely power, electronics and control. Power, electronics and control. Term power includes generation, transmission and distribution of electric power. Next, electronics includes or it covers solid state devices and electronic circuit for control. And third, control it explains the steady state and dynamic characteristics of closed loop control system. From this we can define power electronics as: power electronics is electronics applied to conversion and control of electric power. Whenever we require to convert power, means if we have to convert AC to DC, DC to AC or DC to DC, or control power, means if we have to control AC power, DC power, then term power electronics include. This is the block diagram of power electronics. In that block diagram we can see that power input, power output, and we are processing that power using control circuitry. This power in electronics includes mainly three terms, as I have told already: power, second is control, and the third is electronics. Now the power electronics has several applications like heat control, power supplies, vehicle pollution systems, conveyors, cranes, hoist control, electric vehicles, locomotive, HVDC system, light dimmers, flashers, washing machines, furnace, grinders, VR compensation, VLF transmitters. As we have to study this power electronics. In power electronics we have to first study thyristor family. Thyristor is general name given to a family of power semiconductor switching device, all of which are characterized by bistable switching action depending upon the PNPN regenerative feedback. The thyristor has 4 or more layers and 3 or more junctions. There are many thyristor devices like DIAC, TRIAC, SCR, GTO, LASCR, PUT, SUS, out of which some are power devices, some are triggering devices. The heart of these power devices or this thyristor family is SCR. First we see what is mean by SCR or what it include in SCR. SCR means it is a solid state device in which a silicon control rectifier or semiconductor control rectifier is a 4-layer solid state current control device. Means in SCR we can turn on SCR by using the gate current. Now it was invented in 1957 by Generic Electric Research Laboratory. SCRs are mainly used in electronic devices that require control of high voltage and power. Means for handling high power, high voltage, high current, we are using SCR. Thousands of ampere current can be controlled by the SCR. This makes them applicable in medium and high AC power operations such as motor control function. That is, SCR can be used to speed control of AC motor, DC motor, or in VFDs. In all that we can, or in rectifiers, inverters, choppers, we can use SCR. This SCR has some important features like it is a latching type device, then it can handle large power, it is a current control device, it acts as an open or closed switch, but not as a amplifier, as we have seen already that power transistor can be used as an amplifier, but SCR not. The on state drop voltage of SCR is very low. It is about only 1 to 1.5 volt, and last but important, it can handle thousands of amperes of current. SCR basically used to handle large power or large current or large voltages which have higher ratings can be handled by SCR. Then we see construction of SCR. As I told already, thyristor family devices are 4-layer devices. SCR also 4-layer devices. First layer is P layer, then N layer, then P layer, then N layer. That is, SCR is 4-layer device, 4-layered device having layers PN PN. Means alternate p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor are present in SCR. As SCR upper p layer forms anode, lower n layer forms cathode, middle p layer forms gate. That is, SCR has 3 terminals, mainly anode, cathode and gate. SCR has 3 terminals, anode, cathode and gate. As it is a 4-layer device, and as it is 4-layer device, it forms 3 junctions: junction 1, junction 2 and junction 3. These junctions are diffused or alloyed. These junctions are diffused or alloyed. For p-type diffusion, for making p-type diffusion, phosphorus is used, and for n-type diffusion, aluminum is used. This is all about construction of SCR. We can see detailed construction like this. It consists of essentially of 4-layer pellet of p and n type silicon semiconductor materials. Junction J1, J2, J3 present into the SCR. The junctions are diffused or alloyed. The material which may be used for p diffusion is aluminum, and for n diffusion is phosphorus. It has 3 terminals: anode, cathode and gate. The gate terminal is for controlling purpose. The anode connects to the p type, cathode to the n type and gate to the p type. In SCR, if we have to turn on the SCR, anode must be connected to positive terminal, cathode must be connected to negative terminal, and positive pulse is given to the gate terminal. If anode is connected to positive terminal, cathode is connected to negative terminal, the SCR is said to be in forward bias. If anode is connected to negative terminal, cathode is connected to positive terminal, SCR is said to be in reverse bias. Now, the third terminal, gate terminal is used as a control terminal. Means by applying or giving positive pulse to the gate, we can turn on the forward biased SCR. By giving positive pulse to the gate, we can turn on the SCR. That is, SCR controls current flowing through the SCR, or turning on of the SCR depends on the gate terminal. Now, after the construction, we see the working of the SCR. For proper working of SCR, as I have already told that anode must be connected to positive, cathode must be connected to negative. That is, SCR should be in forward bias. If SCR is in forward bias, then we can say that SCR can be turned on. As it has 4 layers, 3 terminals, anode, cathode and gate. This, for proper functioning, this anode is connected to positive terminal, this cathode is connected to negative terminal, and this gate terminal is not connected. Now, in this condition, we check the status of the 3 junctions, that is junction 1, junction 2 and junction 3. These 3 junctions may be forward bias or reverse bias. When junction is said to be forward bias or reverse bias, when p type connected to positive, n type connected to negative, then junction can be said as a forward bias. If n type is connected to positive and p type to negative, then junction is said to be in reverse bias. As we can see, anode is connected to positive terminal. As we can see, anode is connected to positive terminal, as we can see, anode is connected to positive terminal, cathode is connected to negative terminal. Yes, then this p type is directly connected to positive, this n type is directly connected to negative. Hence this junction, first junction 1 is forward bias, this junction is forward bias. Now we can see that this this n type is connected to negative terminal, hence this also junction is in forward bias. Hence junction 1 and junction 3 are in forward bias. Hence junction 1 and junction 3 are in forward bias. But as gate is not connected to any terminal, junction 2 is reverse bias. This junction is only reverse bias junction. As this junction is reverse bias, no current will flow until and unless this junction breaks. Until and unless junction J2 breaks, no current will flow through the thyristor. So to turn on the SCR or to latch SCR into the conduction state, this junction must break. This junction must break. This can be done by using this voltage VAK. If we increase voltage VAK to the sufficient amount, that is equal to breakover voltage, this junction J2 will break and current can flow from anode to cathode. Current can flow from anode to cathode. That is, holes move from anode to cathode and electrons will move from cathode to anode. Conventional direction of SCR is always anode to cathode. It is unidirectional device, means always current flows from anode to cathode. There is no chance to current flow from cathode to anode, as it is unidirectional, but it is bipolar device. What is mean by that bipolar? The conduction of current is due to electrons as well as holes. Conduction of current through SCR is due to electrons and holes. We see later detailed working of SCR using VI characteristics of SCR. Now first, anode connected to positive terminal, cathode connected to negative terminal, junction 1 and junction 3 forward bias, junction 2 reverse bias. Now we all know that p-type semiconductor contains holes. These holes have positive charge. N-type contains electrons. These have negative charge. As junction 1 and junction 3, as junction 1 and junction 3 are forward bias, but junction J2 is reverse bias. No movement of carriers from anode to cathode or cathode to anode. Carriers means they may be electrons or holes. Now if we see that junction J1 and junction J3 are forward bias, junction J2 is reverse bias, what will happen in junction J2? As p-type contains holes, these in p-type it contains holes. These holes cross the junctions and goes to the n-type, and n-type contains electrons. This crosses junction and goes to the p-type. Hence here one region is formed which blocks further movement of the charge carriers. There is one region formed due to which no movement of charge carriers is happen. That region is known as depletion region. Now whenever you want to turn on the SCR, you must break that depletion region. That is, it is barrier to charge carriers. Hence there is no movement of electrons from cathode to anode. It is still only junction J2, and there is no movement of holes from anode to cathode, as there is barrier is formed, depletion region is formed. Now if we have to latch SCR into the conduction state, we must have to break that junction J2. Now if we increase this VAK, if we increase this VAK, what will happen? This junction J2, will break. This junction J2 will break and electrons flow from cathode to anode, and these holes flow from anode to cathode. That is, it voltage across it decreases and current starts flowing. Voltage across SCR when it is on, it is about 1 to 1.5 volt. Now if we see the VI characteristics of SCR, in that we can see that characteristics may be forward bias or reverse bias. Now we see this working with characteristics. Now characteristics may be forward bias or reverse bias. In forward bias, anode is connected to positive terminal, cathode is connected to negative terminal. That is, SCR is said to be in forward bias and forward characteristics. And in reverse characteristics, anode is connected to negative, cathode is connected to positive. First, what happen when anode is positive, cathode is negative, junction J1 and J3 forward bias, junction J2 reverse bias. Due to this reverse bias, no current will flow through the device. If current flows, that is only leakage current. Hence, until and unless the voltage VAK equals to breakover voltage VAK equals to breakover voltage, SCR is in forward blocking mode. Which mode? Forward blocking mode. In forward blocking mode, only small leakage current will flow. You can see with VI characteristics that as voltage increases, but current not. At breakover voltage, this junction J2 breaks. At that point, SCR latch into the conduction and voltage across SCR decreases. The first current we get when SCR latch into the conduction is known as latching current. If we further increase VAK, then this current increases and voltage remains constant. That is, voltage will be 1 to 1.5 volt. This mode of region is called as forward conduction mode. What will happen in forward conduction mode? When VAK becomes equal to breakover voltage, SCR latch into the conduction, due to which voltage across SCR decreases. And current starts increasing. The first current we get is known as latching current. That is, what is mean by latching current? It is the minimum anode current required to latch SCR into the on condition. Once SCR turns on, it will never turn off until and unless the current through SCR reaches to holding current. We can see on graph, this is the holding current. If some SCR has specification that holding current of 8 milliampere, then if current flowing through the SCR will be less than 8 milliampere, then only SCR will turn off. Now one thing you have to remember, that latching current is always greater than holding current. Now we can define holding current. It is also anode current. It is minimum anode current required to maintain SCR into the on condition. Means holding current is a off current, latching current is a on current. In simple word, holding current is a off current, latching current is a on current. Now this is included in all forward characteristics. Means we have seen three terms in forward characteristics. First, breakover voltage. What is mean by breakover voltage? Breakover voltage is a voltage at which SCR starts conducting. Breakover voltage is a voltage at which SCR starts conducting. Next, latching current. It is minimum anode current. It is minimum anode current require to latch SCR into on condition. It is minimum anode current required to latch SCR into the on condition. And third, holding current. It is minimum anode current required to maintain SCR into the on condition. Means if SCR having anode current 9 milliampere, then SCR will be turned off only if it falls below the 9 milliampere. This is all about the forward characteristics. Now we can see in forward blocking mode, anode is connected to positive, gate is not connected, and cathode is connected to negative. Then what will happen? Junction J1, J3 are forward bias, junction J2 is in reverse bias. Now when J2 reaches its breakdown, then SCR only small leakage current will flow. Now forward conduction mode, as anode is positive, cathode is negative, junction J1 and J3 are forward bias and junction J2 is reverse bias. When we increase VAK and it becomes greater than equal to breakover voltage, J2 breaks, there is flow of electrons from anode to cathode to anode, and current flow from anode to cathode. Also we can break junction J2 by applying the pulse to the gate. Then in reverse characteristics, what will happen? In reverse characteristics, anode is connected to negative terminal, cathode is connected to positive terminal. SCR is said to be in reverse bias. Hence junction J2 is forward bias, J1 and J3 are reverse bias. Hence until and unless J1 and J3 junctions break, no current will flow. If we give sufficient amount of voltage VAK, junction J1 J3 breaks and large amount of current flows through the SCR. This current can damage SCR, hence we not using SCR into the reverse bias. This is all the VI characteristics of SCR. Understand? Now important definition. We have seen this definition earlier. First, forward breakover voltage. It is the maximum forward anode to cathode voltage at which thyristor starts conducting. Then next, latching current. It is minimum anode current that must flow through the SCR to latch it into the on state. Next, holding current. Holding current is defined as minimum anode current required to maintain conducting SCR into the on state. Relation between always remember, latching current is always greater than holding current. Latching current is known as on current, holding current is known as off current. Now if we see, now in this method we have seen that anode positive, cathode negative, and gate is not connected. If gate is connected and pulse is given to the gate terminal, then forward breakover voltage decreases. Now one should ask question like this: relation between gate current and forward breakover voltage. When gate pulse is applied, thyristor turn on before the breakover voltage reached. Means in other words, as gate current increases, forward breakover voltage decreases. Suppose any SCR having specific value of breakover voltage 20 volt, and if we apply gate pulse, then it can turn on to 13 volt, 15 volt, 14 volt, means less than 20 volt. This is the advantages of gate terminal. The conventional method to turn on the SCR is anode connected to positive, cathode connected to negative, and gate pulse is given to the gate terminal. Now this is all about construction, working, VI characteristics of SCR. Now this SCR has following advantages. It can handle large voltages, current, and power. The voltage drop across conducting SCR is small. I have told already, it is about 1 to 1.5 volt. Easy to turn on. How will we turn on the SCR? By applying gate pulse. Triggering circuits are simple. It can be protected with the help of fuse. We can control the power delivers to the load. Means SCR has many applications in rectifiers, choppers, inverters, many AC drives, DC drives, VFDs. We can use SCR. SCR is required where we convert power or control power, that in each and every application we can use SCR. Now drawbacks of SCR, that I have already told, that it can conduct in only one direction, that is current always flow from anode to cathode. Then turn off of SCR is not easy, commutation circuits are required. These commutation circuits required, hence cost increases. And gate current must be positive to turn on the SCR, gate current never be negative. These are the drawbacks of the SCR. Then there are so many applications of SCR, like controlled rectifiers, DC to DC converters, choppers, DC to AC converters or inverters as a static switch, battery switch, speed control of DC and AC motors, lamp dimmers, AC voltage stabilizers. Thank you.